And hello YouTube, this is Thomas Judge back once again, and this time round I'm going to be talking about some new DK coffee table books that I picked up, namely these. So I've already shown the previous 11 coffee table books that I have from DK. I picked up a few more and I've had a few people show a lot of interest in them simply because there are no YouTube videos sort of showcasing what DK books are like and what's in them and stuff. So I thought, what the hell, I picked up some more coffee table books. They're on my shelf, which is the shelf in the picture on my previous coffee table book videos. So yeah, screw it, I'll just run through them again. So here's the next three, and I will just get them out of the way there. And let's just go straight into it. So, to start off with, we have the X-Men Ultimate Guide. So this is from 2014. And I haven't read it. I think I picked this up for £1. And it looks good. I had a bit of a flick through. Yeah, it seems to cover all the X-Men basics. I mean, interestingly, taking up to 2014 means that this will cover everything up to, but not including the Secret War. So it also includes stuff like, or should include stuff like Avengers versus X-Men. It's basically more of a character guide than anything else, but I've got no problem with that. I don't have any other X-Men related books, so this is my first X-Men DK book. If I find a better one, I'll obviously keep that and get rid of this. But as it stands, this is kind of the quality. I read this recently, Mutant X. It's a spin-off multiverse tale of 50 issues, which spins out of a Peter David X Factor run, as I recall. Is it Peter David's run? It's the X Factor run from the 90s, and this spins off straight after issue 149, where Havoc dies before he gets better. Good though, good. Yeah, and then yeah, just decent. Seems like a good overview. Like I say, I haven't read it. I don't get much of a chance to read these, and I tend to focus more on my DC ones for various reasons. But yeah, seems good. I would definitely recommend picking it up. I definitely wouldn't recommend picking it up full price, but as always with DK, you know, you can always find them around. I mean, £17 seems a bit steep for this, but you can always find them around, so I'd recommend doing that. Next, I was at a comic convention in London, that fancy London that they have nowadays, and I saw this for, I think, a £5. I think it might have been a buy one get one second half price. Anyway, so this was £12.99 from 2016. So even though it's a soft cover, much like the Batman one that I showed a few videos ago, this has got loads of detail and looks really, really interesting. SpiderMan is a bit of a confusing character to follow, to be honest, and a guide like this, and especially look at this timeline. Look at this timeline. Like, there's so many twists and turns. Don't even get me started in the Clone Saga. There's so many twists and turns to Spider-Man that it's just, yeah, a guide like this is going to be invaluable. Stuff on his villains, of course. And yeah, looks good. As you can tell, I'm not a fan of Marvel Cinematic Universe lore. Like, I love the movies, but I'm not interested in getting any kind of books or guides or anything on that. What I want to know about is more about the comics, and this has got, yeah, it's just really well composed. Just gives you an idea of the kind of text and the sort of the format. It does the usual thing: splash images, quotes, captions, pictures, chronological breakdown, and detail year by year, key issues like Spider-Man 248, and it's just, yeah, introducing Venom and so on. It's just the sort of thing a Spider-Man fan would love, and I would. I'm going to recommend it because I can tell this is going to be good just by looking at it. Although, as I said, I have not read this. The classic McFarlane cover. The number of times that has been referenced as the spark that ignited a comic boom. Carnage, of course. Maximum Carnage. Not a story I enjoyed at all. Clone Saga. Good lord. The Clone Saga was just like the nadir of the 90s. But anyway, yeah. And then it just goes on. So loads of interesting stuff here. Ezekiel from the J.M. Straczynski run. I never actually read that run, although it is definitely on my to-read list. Morlan, who I believe comes back in the Spider-Verse comics. I mean, I should know. I just ordered the Spider-Geddon omnibus. New Avengers. Is Spider-Man? Oh yeah. Spider-Woman and Spider-Man are in that. The new Avengers. I need to do an Avengers read through. Is anyone interested if I do a read through of the Bendis era? Well, interested or not, I'm going to be doing one. So there we are. Iron Spider. As we can see, this inspired a lot of stuff from the MCU. Civil War Spider-Man, which is where Peter... Well, I'm not going to go into it. I was going to say spoiler warning, but I'm not going to do it. One More Day, one of the most maligned stories in comic book history, and it is pretty terrible. Oh, cool. What is that? New Threats. Iron Patriot. Oh, man. That's really cool. There's a mini-series about this, which I picked up, and there's... Yeah. I got to say, I am a bit of a Spider-Man fan. I do like him. I do like him a lot. Spider-Girl, this is May Parker from MC2 or Marvel Comics 2, which is a multiverse reality. Yeah. Good coffee table book. Shame it's not a hardcover. Don't think it's available in a hardcover. If it is available in a hardcover, let me know and I will try to upgrade at some point off eBay or something like that. But yeah, like that. Anyway, now, next, last and definitely not least, I haven't read this, even though it is a DC book. This is the DC Comics Encyclopedia new edition, and this is stunning. Now, I got this as a present. I got it for my birthday, in fact, and whilst it's, how much is it, £35? On Amazon, it was something like £12. It's from 2021, so this is as up-to-date as you get. So this, I think, is the updated version of the encyclopedia. You can tell, because it says new edition, not to show off my knowledge, clearly. But yeah, just looking at the end pages, beautiful. But getting into this, like, oh my days, this is absolutely stunning. Like, it's got so much information in it. This is brilliant. I really, really want to read this. Unfortunately, I'm not going to read this for reasons that will hopefully become apparent in a minute. Just look how well this is. Just look how well this is composed and put together. Like the artwork and the framing and the panels. Like, this is just such a glorious read. There's so much in here. You could bury yourself in here for hours. Yeah, basically, it just looks awesome. It's so detailed. There's so many. Who are these characters? Cave Carson, I know him from the comics. Cat's Eye, I don't know. Chain Lighting, I don't know. Chameleon Boy, I do know. So yeah, even me, 50% of them I don't know straight away. So definitely, despite me having... Well, my knowledge of the comics being quite good, you know, there's so much in here. It's absolutely staggering. Dr. Manhattan, Dr. Midnight, so much going on. Anyway, it looks great. So to give you guys an idea of what it looks like and what to expect when you buy it, this is what it is. Yeah, I haven't read it, and I would just highly, highly recommend it. Now, the reason that I haven't read it is literally this. So, if you can see here, like Joker's daughter, Justice Incarnate, Justice League of America from the Rebirth era. The thing is, this, because it's published in 2021, this covers all of Rebirth. So it's got stuff in here like Death Knight's Metal, Death Metal, Doomsday Clock, all the Rebirth stories and stuff, which I haven't as yet read. And so I can't read this without spoiling it for myself. And so as a result, I'm kind of stuck. I'm just going to have to read this after I've done my DC Rebirth comic reading guide, which is not going to be for a little while yet. So as a result, although this looks amazing, although I highly recommend it, I'm not going to be able to read or enjoy it myself. Not for a little while. But it looks brilliant. Yeah. And to be honest, this is the sort of thing, I mean, maybe £35 is a bit steep, but I will say, like, you know, this is definitely worth a chunk of change. I will tell you that. Yeah, I hope that gives you a good overview of what's involved in this, guys. Hope that was helpful. Roll call. What on earth is this? Okay, like an index. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Very, very cool. I like it. And here's an actual index. Okay. Yeah, so that was the DC Comics Encyclopedia. Highly recommended. Anyway, those are the 3 new coffee table books that I've picked up over the last few months, guys. Hope that video was useful and informative. I'll probably keep on dropping these every now and again, every time I pick up a few more things. But until next time, stay classy.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, please follow me on Twitter at I am Thomas Judge, where I will post a daily review of whatever comics I've been reading. You can get an idea of what I'm up to on the channel. And as always, please support the channel by heading over to Amazon.com and checking out my prose novel about superheroes. It's a completely original piece of work. The first episode in it is called Arrivals, and the series as a whole is called No Gods or Kings. You can find an excerpt of that on my website, nogodsorkings.com. Until next time, everybody, stay classy.